The patient has already filled out her paperwork and signed it, but I'm going to go over that with her just to make sure that she understood it and that everything is filled out and I have all the information that I need to know that I can safely proceed. Miss Vicki, did you have any questions over the paperwork part of this?
No, ma'am. Everything was explained.
Okay, so this is your aftercare sheet. I'm going to set this over here to the side and we will go over that more in depth at the end.
Okay.
And my phone number is on here, so if you need me at all for anything at all, please call me. Okay, day or night, it does not matter. You can call me, okay? But we are going to go over this. I'm going to put it over here with your thing just to make sure that you don't forget it, okay? All right, so that's your aftercare sheet. Next is your consents, that you're giving us consent to your areola tattoos. You have also signed here, you are aware that we're making an online training video and you're okay with us using your pictures and your videos. Yes, thank you for that. I know this is really an intimate, personal thing, so I really do appreciate you letting us join in with you on this final little journey for you. You're almost there.
I know,
Yay!
I'm excited.
How long has this journey been for you?
I took my first chemo was on the 16th of April.
Oh, last year, April last year. Okay, so you had to go through all your chemo,
and then after I did my chemo, I had to do my expansions, and after I did my expansions, I had to do my implants. But when they did it, Dr. Anthony, which was good for me, was to have both breasts removed for precautionary safety reasons.
Okay.
And then he, instead of having me wait, he went on ahead and did my implants at the same time. So I wouldn't have to do that many surgeries.
Another surgery.
He's a good doctor. He don't like doing a lot of cutting, so that's why I like it.
That's fabulous. And limits your amount of time that you're under anesthesia as
Exactly.
well. That's fabulous. That is fabulous. Okay, so she's talking about expanders being put in. And for those of you, I want to delve into what that is. So a lot of times, immediately after the breast has been taken, the skin, especially as petite as Miss Vicki is, the skin is very taut and there's not room to just go in and put an implant in. And so the doctors put in what is called an expander, and it's like a little itty bitty tiny baby implant that they put in there, and they can slowly, every few days, blow it up. It's almost like braces for our teeth, that we are slowly bringing them back together. It's the opposite. We're slowly expanding that little balloon in there to stretch the skin slowly and safely to make room for the final implant to be put back in. That was not a very pleasant few months with those expanders in, was it?
Well, I think the expansions was more of a little pain than doing the implants.
Okay,
good. All it did, and then the way he cut it, it was he just put the implants and then it just started to heal.
Okay, so moving on, she's signed for the photo releases. Moving to the second, she's read through all the contraindications. She has signed and dated her consents. Always make sure you check for that. And now moving on to the medical history form. I actually work for her doctor, so I know that she's safe to proceed. We have verbal and written consent to proceed, but I'm going to go over this just in depth to make sure there's no heart conditions, that she's healed in an appropriate amount of time, that there's no allergies. And I always like to, even though they mark no, I always like to ask them just to make sure, because sometimes as they're marking this, their mind is thinking about different medications, trying to remember the name of that one medication they're on or something. So I always like to just to reiterate and confirm that they are not allergic to anything, or maybe they are. So I check on their blood pressure, make sure it's under control. Blood pressure is okay. Fabulous. Any heart conditions? Fabulous. Do you have any issues when you go to the dentist with their numbing agents?
No.
The lidocaine or the epinephrine?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you're going to do great with this as well. If you happen to need the lidocaine epinephrine, we know that you tolerate that safely. So that's good information. Yes to cancer. We understand that you have breast cancer. You are finished right now with your chemo and all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Fabulous. Okay. You're not on any aspirin, ibuprofen?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fabulous. All right, so now that we've gone over, we know that you are healthy and it's safe for us to proceed with you. I want to start talking to you about the aesthetic part of this and the cosmetic of this, okay?